Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I do want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakdash, to to the apostles, and also Hillsong for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the whole of Israel. Yahweh is the name of the Father in Hebrew, Ba'Shem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back in the lesson, as you see within the title, we're going to be going to Sora AI, or Sora 2 AI, which is this recent program, which I've been seeing a lot of videos popping up surrounding it, and how it's really ultra realistic. It's like a little tongue twister there, but which I believe I'm gonna title it Sora 2 AI is crazy. Now imagine and put ... because another point I don't need to be pushing throughout the lesson is how this will most definitely be used, not saying this particular program, but how AI will most definitely be used to persecute the prophets. Because I also got another video where it can make it seem like you're the one that said something when you didn't. And really, you've been seeing this, for a good while now, dealing with deep fakes. They can, put your face on another person and, make it seem like you were doing something that wasn't you. Which I remember this Key and Peele skit, which I believe his name is Key. I forget the exact one, but he was doing an Obama impression while a Obama face is put on him, and you couldn't even tell the difference, and that was years back, So you can imagine things that they have now, especially with this being released to the public, all the prompts that people are making. You can see it's pretty difficult to tell whether it's AI or not on some things. So a discernment is going to be especially key in these last days. And once in this, AI will not be used for the so-called benefit of humanity. And we're speaking of Esau, even here, the wicked the Bible speaks of. And you can already tell how this will be used to especially frame and put things on people in order to get them in deep trouble. So how much more the prophets? You get scriptures going to how we're going to be persecuted, how we're going to be hated, how we're going to be demonized. How we're going to be hated of all men for Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai's namesake. So I'm playing these quick 3 videos just to showcase a few examples and get a couple of scriptures, and that'll be the point. What
the heck?
Please remain calm, sir. You are intoxicated and being removed from the premises.
You're a toaster with legs! You can't tell me what to do!
If you couldn't tell, that was a fully AI-generated video. And we're about to start seeing a lot more of them. You know how the ChatGPT app made AI chatbots mainstream? Sora is going to be the same thing for AI videos. It's simple, it's intuitive.
But in this case, they can actually have, voice prompts, for lack of better words, where the AI is actually, speaking in pretty much your voice. And I believe there was another program. I forget exactly what it was. It was actually recent. I believe it's Google's AI. I don't know what it's called exactly, but that was pretty big, and people seen the advancement of that. So, and this looks even more advanced than what they showcased.
If they make it easy to add in specific characters, and inside the app there's a TikTok style For You page feed where you could watch AI generated brain rot. Now they do label the content as AI generated, but when it looks this real, I don't know if it's gonna matter. What the heck?
So that was one example. See what these comments had to say. That was so obvious AI though, which you can find in your other videos that it's pretty difficult to tell. I mean, if you really look, you can tell the difference, but even before this came out, you had tons of people falling for AI videos. People were panicking, freaking out over crazy things taking place in the sky, which is why we need to be on our A game, because you have a lot of AI videos where it make it seem like something's happening when it's really not. So that's why we also need to filter things through the scriptures. But people are already falling for AI already. So you see more in his comments actually. See, that was AI, and he put a shocked face right there.
Nigga.
And this is another one right here, which is a famous streamer XQC. Now it says someone makes XQC say it with Sora 2 AI. And you can clearly tell, he's an Edomite, and watch what they made his AI version say. And this is why I wanted to make that point. How this speak too fast, lucky. How this will most definitely be used with ill intent. So let's play this back.
Listen, it's Max Win.
And you clearly see they made the AI say, the N word.
It's right there. Alright, chat, that's it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Who's that? Yo, who's spamming that? Who's spamming that? 3 of them, really? 4?
And there's also another template, which, he reacted to, or he scrolled past, which that dude said it was a TikTok, style app, where you would have scrolled through it. But there was one where it made it seem like he was messing with, younger girls. They had Chris Hansen in the video and all this stuff. So that's just, another example of how this will most definitely be used. And you see people saying it's over. This is another example, just going to show the advancement.
We have eyes on the suspect. Shepherd Mix got a tray of ribeye.
So you see if someone just, scrolling past, it looks regular.
Copy, we have eyes on the suspect. Shepherd Mix got a tray of ribeye.
Hey, buddy, drop the steaks for me. Easy. Good boy.
He came in through the loading dock. It's been running
Ready?
circles
Go
around
ahead.
the cooler.
Relax, bud. You're okay.
So there you go. So if they're releasing this to the public, imagine what they have behind the scenes. So AI is getting crazy realistic. That was AI? Question mark. Wait, what? That was AI? So you see people are already, flipping out. But I'll get a couple of scriptures, and I'll be the point. This is Matthew 5:11-12, because I've seen a couple of videos, regarding this Sora, 2 AI, and I thought I'd make a lesson going into it. Because I already made a few lessons in the past, regarding AI and how it will be used, especially towards us. Now Matthew 5:11-12 says, "Blessed are you when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." So you're going to be demonized, persecuted. Another verse 12, and it's like, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." So, that persecution's coming. And I just made a lesson a couple hours ago going to ICE. Pretty much putting up a $50,000 incentive for people to pretty much join up to go out and pretty much hunt Jake. And I've seen this right here where they would make it seem like you were doing something, saying something. I mean, come on. Put the pieces together. They make it seem like you do something crazy in order to get the people riled against you, whoever the case may be. Matthew 10:22 says, "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end the end shall be saved." So further going to that persecution, her and be hated, her and be demonized. Revelations 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." So the devil's even ready to bring out all stops. Bring that hammer down, coming down with that great wrath. And that could also be used in order to further their plans and doing things that they want to do. In order to falsely accuse you, jail you, fine you. Isaiah 59:19 it says, "So shall fill the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood." This further at that point we read in Revelations 12. Now it says, "The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them." So also that power is coming. But there's also Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10, also in the book of Sirach. "Never trust an enemy, for like his iron restless, so is his wickedness." So this devil's not to be trusted in any case. That's why I also made that point earlier, to be careful when use discernment, filter things through the scriptures, because I'm looking at how advanced AI is getting. And you already have many people falling for videos that have been posted even a while back. So how much more now? This is Matthew 24:24. As if it should, for there shall rise false anointed and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. So you're gonna have a lot of people deceived out here. But it's, further going to show how great that deception is going to be. That right here it says that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. But it's impossible to deceive the Lord's men, because that's who the Lord has gave the 100% truth to. And it's also why you have many people, turn to Esau, putting their faith and trust in this devil, believing in him, rather than Yahweh Shem Shai. As Romans 15:4, and close this thing out, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So, apply this wisdom, especially, in these last days. We've been given it for a reason, as they were written for our learning. We're written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Excuse me. So that's the point right there. Without making a quick lesson, go into a couple of videos and the advancement of AI, because you already seen a while back with Google. Excuse me. Like I said, I forgot the exact program it was, but you had a lot of people, speaking about that, and now it's this right here. So things are heating up, and obviously we're speaking of Esau, hearing the wicked the Bible speaks of. This will most definitely be used with ill intent and not for the benefit of humanity, as people are wanting. So, the point was made. Lord's will lessons that I find close out. Give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahshua, B'Shem Dash, Shalom. See you next one, Lord's will.